Howdy, howdy. Let me just clear this up. Welcome back to whoever is tuning in. I think this will be the 50th video. So, we're doing alright, guys. It is the 3rd of March, 2024. I'm here in Townsville. It's a Sunday. It's a good Sunday. It's been a nice, relaxing Sunday. I don't sound as sick. I still feel a bit but that is what it is. Today I went for a walk with a mate from work, the guy I usually run up Castle Hill with. Got a sandwich. I came home, did some cleaning, and just relaxed for the day, and preparing for the week ahead. So we'll see how that goes. It's just 17 past 6 now, so just winding down from a relaxed day. So, yeah. I'll just make this a fairly short video. I've really been thinking about my next movements over this month of March. And I have a feeling this week is going to be a steady. I'm going to have a very clear view of where, or how I go about it. I think, I feel like I've been talking about this for fucking 3 months because I have. It's a fairly big decision I am about to make in, I guess, leaving my job. And after talking with my family and some friends about it, I can't help but feel like it's the right decision for me. And it is such an interesting conundrum that I'm more or less putting myself into, because I feel like it'd be so easy to just swallow to just grind it out. But I've never felt so sure of something, And I was just talking with a mate yesterday about it, and I've learned quite a bit about myself while being isolated. Or being alone, and we just, again, I think I mentioned it in the video yesterday, but you have to ask yourself some tough questions and you have to answer it. There's no hiding from it, and I think I'm making a very wise decision. I don't think it's going to be a decision I'm going to look back and regret. And I think it would be such a disservice to myself if I even looked at the scenario I'm in as nothing but a lesson. Just talking to some family and friends, it seems as if I can see how the notion or the question to come up, "I told you so," is going to, some of my friends and family might ask me that or say that to me, more or less. But one thing, again, I've realized about being alone is that no one can tell you what to do with your life. You have the most. They can tell you. They can try to convince you, but at the end of the day, you are just left with the fucking consequences of your choices. And I can't think of anything worse than just sitting behind a desk. Right now in my life, I can't, no amount of money would pull me into staying where I am. No amount of fucking prestige behind the title of the name lawyer, or no amount of nothing, And so I'm not trying to justify it in that sense, but it is a very big fucking telling sign to myself that, hey, you're gonna have to make some decisions for yourself, because you're obviously not. If you've been thinking about this for 4 months, plus maybe 5 or 6 if you're counting the 2 months last year, I think I'm coming up to an age where I can't put the blame on anyone else but myself to be completely accountable for myself. So I've chosen a poem today that more or less just aligns with this idea of choosing your own path. It's called Sea Fever, and it is about how back in the olden days, I think they go back, I don't know when it was written, but it speaks of how the seafaring of seamen represents a life of complete freedom. A ship allows him to go wherever he pleases and never be tied down to one place. And I think when you look at your own life and you think about it as you're the own fucking hero of your story, if nobody else can do it, I think you can look back and you can have those tales of, I did this and that, and this is what I felt, and this is what I thought about fucking this job, and I like this concept that I'm recording myself going through this, because I might be able to look back, or my kids might be able to look back in the future and see exactly what sort of turmoil I created for myself. I think it would be interesting to see how far or how long I do this journaling for, because it is so interesting. I've never read one of my videos, journal entries, or watched one of my videos in entirety. So it would be interesting to see, or have my kids watch it. But let me read this poem, and I'll call it a nice early Sunday, a short Sunday video. Okay, so this is called Sea Fever. It was written by, it's from a poetry collection called Saltwater Poems and Ballads by John Masefield, published in 1902. Sea Fever. I must go down to the seas again, to the lonely sea and the sky. And all I ask is a tall ship and a star to steer her by. And the wheels kick and the wind's song and the white sails shaking, and a grey mist on the sea's face and a grey dawn breaking. I must go down to the seas again, for the calling of the running tide is a wild call and a clear call that may not be denied. And all I ask is a windy day with the white clouds flying, and the flung spray and the blown spun and the seagulls crying. I must go down to the seas again, to the vagrant gypsy life, to the gull's way and the whale's way, where the wind's like a whittled knife. And all I ask is a merry yarn from a laughing fellow rover, and a quiet sleep and a sweet dream when the long trick's over. I must go down to the seas again, to the lonely sea and the sky. Truly, I must go down to the seas again. I need to forge my own path. I need to make my own journey. And I need to be fucking accountable for everything or every decision that I make. Okay. Good poem. I quite like that one, actually. So, yes. Look, thanks for tuning in. I believe it's 50. It could be 49. I always get these wrong. But, thanks for whoever is tuning in. I mean, I really do appreciate it. And, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Deuce.